Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
Now, outside of that, let's start talking about how everything has gone down recently. Yesterday, there was a big question mark about last night's episode of Smark Guys, which is my pro wrestling commentary show that I do over on my DSP Reacts channel and also on my Kick channel. Why was there a big question about how it was going to go? Because for the first time in over 2 months, episode 9 was solo, meaning it was Smark Guy, only me, doing the actual commentary. And to be honest, all right, it felt refreshing. Why? Because there wasn't an incredibly loud, blubbering person going off on tangents, screaming at the top of their lungs, begging people constantly for contributions, and basically derailing the entire show with drama. Instead, we focused on wrestling. And guess what happened? Not only did we cover both SmackDown and Raw, but we actually looked at all these cards that we unpacked. I learned stuff about the wrestlers on the cards because people were telling me all about them. We actually had conversation. We went back and forth. And I was like, whoa, this feels good. This feels better than me having this commentary with this other guy. Instead, it's us having the conversation, and it felt like an interactive show, which is what I like to do. And the thing is, I get it that the show started as a back and forth, co-commentary, but I have steered a ship solo for over 10 years. All the content that I've ever made since I've been out here in Washington State, which I moved to in 2014, has been me doing it all. So I'm used to this. In fact, I'm much better at this now than I was way back then when I think that show worked, Smart Guys, the original, because it was a co-op commentary show. Now I'm just used to doing this kind of stuff, okay? So, yeah, it basically went really well, okay? And views were good. Engagement was good. The content was good because we covered all of the wrestling, okay? And if you can believe it, I actually had more support on that show than I have ever had on another episode of Smark Guys since we brought the show back. Now, before you say, well, that doesn't make sense, because if you look at the previous shows, there was one show where you made over $600, and there was one show where you made over $500. How could that have been the best show? You forget something. The old show was split 50-50 with my former co-host, PPP. He was getting half, I was getting half. But guess who was eating all the taxes on that? Me. So basically, I was making less on those previous shows and all of that. Now, I'm keeping it all. And yes, I still have to pay taxes on it. But that show last night, run just by me, over $300 of support, was the most profitable of any Smart Guys that I've done up to this point. And guess what? It looked better. It sounded better. It was on time. All those things that I can't really control when there's outside factors. Okay? To be honest, yeah, there was a lot of issues with mics and stuff that I had nothing to do with. I knew how to run my ship, but there was a lot of technical issues that were not on my side. All right? So now, the show ran pretty well. The overwhelming feedback I've gotten was, it was great. Please keep the show going through WrestleMania. That's the overwhelming feedback that I got last night. All right? So I'm going to do that. Smart Guys will continue through WrestleMania. Now, after WrestleMania, we're going to kind of reassess and say, is this something that I want to keep doing? Is it working? Because the thing is, it's called diminishing returns, right? This week was amazing because it was the first solo show and everyone was going crazy to see if I could do it for myself and what would happen. But moving forward, likely what's going to happen is the drama viewers will be gone, and it's going to be focused more on my fans and wrestling fans, right? I still think that'll be a good crowd, but will that be a good amount of people to watch, engage, and support, or are we going to see a giant dip every single week? It remains to be seen. Let's see what happens over the next several weeks. It'll be more exciting for wrestling because this is the build-up to WrestleMania. Every week they're in a European country doing an international show at a big arena, giant feel, and all these epic matches will be going down. So it very well could go, really well. Or at the same time, It might not. We'll have to see. Now, on the same time that all of that is going on, okay, we've also got people contacting me to be a co-host on the show. Now I've been contacted. It's ridiculous. Like 5 or 6 different people have contacted me. Now, admittedly, some of these people, I don't know who they are. And here's the thing. People who are contacting me, all right, and saying, hey, I want to be a part of the show. Thank you for that. But you got to understand that I'm essentially looking to people who I know, who I can trust, or who have a track record of content on the internet that I can look at and say, okay, this is really how they're going to behave. This is the kind of content they can put out. Now, this show, I'm going to put you on my show and it's your audition show and you just completely blow it, right? So essentially what I'm going to do is start talking to people. I just like a couple people I messaged back last night and I went to sleep. All right. So I haven't looked. I keep telling you guys, I'm not really like checking my DMs constantly because I'm busy. But I will be in contact with several different people over the course of likely this weekend into next week. And I'm going to see if I can make it work or what could happen. Very well, leading up to WrestleMania, we may have a couple shows where we have some people as a co-host, as a test run to see how they do. All right. Now, I'm not promising that because I very well might start talking to some people and be like, oh, shit, I don't think so. Right. I don't know. It is my show. It's my baby. I brought it back after a decade of being retired. I'm really enjoying doing it. I don't want to run it into the ground now for the sake of this, who's going to be the co-host and stuff like that. All right. I'm not going to guarantee anything. At the same time, I want you to understand something. This is all not scripted. This is all happening in real time. It's real stuff. It's not, Phil planned this all along and it's some evil plan to now get attention on his show and stuff. It's not. It's real life stuff. It's drama nonsense, I know, but we're going to move forward positively either way. All right. So no matter what, Smark guys will continue through WrestleMania, and then we'll see after WrestleMania, should I keep doing it or not? Okay. There may or may not be some guest hosts coming on in a few episodes to see how it goes. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if it's going to be next week. Why? I'm going to be pretty busy this coming week. Not only with normal work, but actually working on my taxes and stuff like that. I'm going to be like slammed. So I don't even going to have like as much time as I usually have to work on stuff. I'm going to have even less. So we'll see what happens. All right. And I'll keep you guys in the loop once once we start getting stuff going. If you're someone who's messaged me, because there's a bunch of people who've messaged me, and you're like, oh, Phil's not messaging me back. It's because I'm busy. I'm slammed. I swear I'll get to you. Some people I did initially respond to last night, and I know I haven't checked my DMs again since, so I don't know if they responded back or not. I'll do my best, okay? I will. Fair enough? All right. So Smart Guys kicked ass last night. It did. We had great views, great engagement, great support. We opened 3 packs of cards. We hit 2 goals towards our big goals running. That's why we're at 63. Right there out of 70, which was amazing, obviously. And by the end of the night, we only had 1 pack of Topps cards left. So last night I ran to the internet trying to find more cards because I wanted to order another box for next week's show. Guys, it's getting hard. Like, these cards are in massive demand. You can't buy them from any store at all. I can't even get them from the same place that I got them last time. So whatever it is with these cards, people love them. I don't get it, but people are going crazy for these cards. And, excuse me, I did manage to finally find and order another box. And if everything is as they're promising, I should have the box for next week. So we'll see if it actually comes. We'll see, what happens with that. Hopefully it does actually show up. And, I hope, fingers crossed, that it all works out well. All right, let's see. Hopefully it shows up for next week's show. So when will Smark Guys be next week? Thursday night. And people might be like, wait, what? Thursday? You were always doing it on Tuesday. True. But at this point now, I need to take some time, like I said, to do all their stuff anyway. So we're going to do it Thursday night of next week. Will it always remain Thursday night? I don't know. But it will be Thursday night of next week, which would be what? The 20th? That's going to be Smark Guys next week, Thursday night the 20th. Okay? All right. Good stuff. Now, everything else went well yesterday. The Suikoden stream went well. And, you know, the content went fine. As you know, I'm not a drama dude. I don't give a shit about it. All these morons who are out there always constantly talking junk about me. And then there's more to add to the pile, more people with zero originality and zero to add to the world. And they just keep doing it. So I ignore it, and I'm not going to address any of it. All right? I don't care what anyone says about me. I don't care what nonsense they bring up. I've been there, done that. It's the old shtick, and I just, whatever. I'm doing my own thing on my channel. I hope you guys will hang out with me and have a good time. I am so far above their bullshit nonsense, I don't have to address it or waste any time with it. Okay? Cool. So, what we need to do is start talking about upcoming rewards for goals hit and also the Lego build. Because yesterday, let's look at the Lego first. This is so cool, all right?
I got the drip going. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.